Hoo boy. All right, here we go. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally having to direct President Brandon with a finger like a small child.
Yes.
He did it again. President Biden shook hands with air. More on that performance in a minute.
Wait, did he?
He did it again.
Oh, not there.
President Biden shook.
Wait, what are you saying? Yeah, about?
Like, it may have been earlier. Like,
Yeah.
Hands with air. More on that performance in a minute. But first, our top stories tonight. Bill Gates is generously giving away all his wealth, and we'll tell you to who. A very non-compliant Japanese prime minister has been taken care of. In Canada, Justin Trudeau is improving his reign of terror. The Pelosi's are excelling at insider trading. And Victoria's Secret went woke with feminism, and now they're going broke. Also, we're trying to turn the U.S.
Gee, imagine that, because, that just never happens.
No.
into a third world country. We'll tell you how in a moment. But first, America's most trusted physician, who hasn't treated a single patient in decades, Anthony Fauci.
Oh my God, Caitlin. I just noticed JP's tie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Announced he will retire at the end of Biden's current term.
Gee, I wonder why.
Any day now, if you know what I mean. The very trustworthy Fauci position as the director of the NIH since 1984. No coincidence there. But once retired, there is
no coincidence.
no knowing how the gain-of-function department at the Wuhan lab will remain funded. Dr. Fauci's retirement plans include enjoying the rest of his years while sipping drinks on the beach while trying to not get caught for what he's done. And over the weekend, a non-law-abiding gunman opened
you could just go to South America like the rest of the Nazis did.
There you go. God, yeah.
Indiana shopping mall, leaving at least 3 people dead. Luckily, he was stopped by let's leave out this next part about how a good Samaritan with a handgun shot and killed the gunman, preventing more deaths. Because wouldn't we be better off if law-abiding citizens couldn't own guns? In other news, own Bill Gates has announced he will give away virtually all his wealth.
Virtually.
His foundation. And because his...
all of his... Oh, wow.
He's like, I'm going to give all of my money back to myself. Because I'm so charitable. Look at me. I'm donating all of the money that I already have back to myself again.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit. He's been talking about how he was going to donate all of his money for decades. He's been saying that shit since I was a little kid. And now we find out, he's just going to give it back to himself.
Right.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to donate my money to myself.
He's
like, I give to the needy and I need my money.
All 113 billion of it.
13 billion of it.
Never mind that that's enough to literally single-handedly lift millions of people out of poverty, educate them, give them fucking free housing, free education, for literally change billions of lives with direct intervention.
Yep. It's like, dude, you could end the homeless problem.
Yes. With that kind of budget? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you legit. You could end the homeless problem.
But no, he's going to give it to himself so that he can keep funding the massacring of beagles in Saudi deserts.
Yep.
Or wherever Fauci was murdering the beagles. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, other horrible Nazi-type experiments on human beings.
And animals, yeah.
And animals, yeah.
His foundation is owned and controlled by him. He'll be giving away all his wealth to himself. That's how his philanthropy works. Back to Biden. After seeing the president shake hands with Air back in April while in North Carolina, many Americans underestimated the president, thinking, well, that was a one-time thing and it'll never happen again. But it did happen this time on the world stage in Israel. But unfortunately, on this occasion, they got him to his seat that he didn't know he was supposed to go to quicker, which meant other world leaders weren't able to watch him wander around walking in circles for as long. And for those who are so confused that they think Hunter's dad is confused, here's Biden getting off the plane in Israel saying, "What am I doing now?" And that's a very decisive question showing strong leadership. We also have new reports coming out that during the presidential campaign when Biden...
God help us all.
Yep.
God help us.
Yeah. This is the guy driving the bus, folks.
This is the guy you idiots let drive the bus.
Mm-hmm.
This is the guy. 81 million votes. Yep, sure did. Mm-hmm. That happened for sure. That's a thing. That's a real thing that definitely, absolutely happened. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure is. 100%.
Yeah. Just let his meat walk around, unmanned, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
He's too busy having his soul dragged to hell.
Yeah. Yep. They're all sitting in there like, look, watch how funny this would be. Sit here, Joe. Sit here. Watch this. Watch this. Okay. Picture this. You're here at the Vatican with the Pope. And now we hit this button. And you're going
to you shit yourself. Joe is just sitting on the little stool, cowering beneath the news. I don't want to shit myself at the Vatican, and they're just poking him with the flaming trident. You don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
Wasn't hiding in his basement and was actually showing up for public engagements. He had to be fed pills just to function. Because without them, he was reportedly like a small child. Like a small child? Well, no report yet on whether or not he was sexually aroused by himself.
God damn it, JP.
Jeremy,
stop touching me there, Jeremy. That's my no-no square. Jeremy, you promised.
Jeremy, I promise.
I said, no, you misheard me. What I said was, I'll always touch you there. I promise.
Joe has Pedo Peter in his phone, so he probably was. And now I will shuffle my papers around, even though I am not reading off them. Obedient people in the U.S., mostly with blue hair, are doing their best to march this country into third world status. Accordingly, just when the naysayers claim the Biden administration hasn't been accomplishing anything, we're proud to tell you they've accomplished a new 40-year high of inflation, 9.1% in June, to be exact. And the good news with this accomplishment is that the money you work hard for is worth almost 10% less, which makes you more dependent on the administration that's working hard to make your money less valuable. Also in June, food prices increased by 10.1%. So while your money is worth almost 10% less, you have to pay 10% more for food. But that shouldn't matter to you unless you want to eat. But for the few Americans who do want to eat, you don't have to worry, because the nation's largest farmland owner, with over 260,000 acres, will be looking to do with his farmland what he does with his other philanthropy. And in June, fuel prices have...
Wow.
Let's just skip this next part. Insider trading is a... time for me, but not for me. Accordingly, Speaker...
I sure wish I could.
Yeah.
I sure wish I could skip the fuel prices.
Speaker of the House and Keeper of the Crypt, Nancy Pelosi, and her husband, who's
Oh my God, I totally see it.
You do? Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt.
I would say though, in some ways, the Crypt Keeper was a little more aesthetic.
Oh yeah, 100%. I would take a blowjob from the Crypt Keeper before I'd take one any day of the week. Are you kidding me? Obviously, every day of the week, I would let the Crypt Keeper suck my dick before Nancy Pelosi. Are you? Good morning. Sunday morning. Oh, so the demons are all the way up your ass too.
Right.
Advocate have just bought up to $5 million worth of semiconductor stocks. And coincidentally, that's just ahead of the Congressional House's big vote that targets the industry. And for all the skeptics out there who don't like criminal activity as they look at the insider trading and inappropriately label it insider trading, we'd like to point out on Nancy's behalf that if everyone knows about it, is it really insider trading? And while we cannot and will not give financial advice while we're brainwashing you on this show, given that the Pelosi's just bought a bunch of semiconductor stock in an industry that Nancy helps regulate at the federal level, you might want to buy some semiconductor stock. Now, you might mistakenly be thinking, well, given these hard economic times, I just don't have the money to buy any stocks. Well, don't be stupid, because one of Biden's top advisors says Americans are seeing very strong economic conditions. And in other news,
Are we really now?
Yeah, very strong in the sense that I can't deal with them.
Yeah.
much like very strong headwinds.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100 miles per hour strong.
Right.
Nations are seeing very strong health conditions. Meanwhile, in Canada, the leader of the Freedom Convoy, Tamara Lich, sits in jail without bail, while Canada sets a rapist free. As you know, the Freedom Convoy is a dangerous organization that puts Canada at great risk of remaining a democracy, which rivals Castro's son's agenda for the country. We know that, for example, in Russia, when Putin has his political rivals thrown in jail, like Navalny, that is blatant tyrannical activity. And when Justin Trudeau does the same thing, we want you to know he's protecting Canada from his political opposition that believes in nothing but freedom. And luckily here in the U.S., our president is doing the same thing. And in other news, Trudeau got a haircut and is looking more intelligent than ever. Moving along. Secret went woke. And now they're going broke, as they're laying off 160 management positions. Going into the archives.
Gee, imagine that.
2021, when Victoria originally announced it was taking their branding woke so it could do even better in business, here's what our mentally ill department reported back then. Leftist agenda. Hello. The Victoria's Secret. We've recently succumbed to the pressure of woke culture.
Yo, he is rocking that lingerie, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he is filling out that negligee. Like, well, that's not a negligee. What do you call that? Like a lacy? Do you just call that a bra?
It's a bra. Yeah.
But I feel like there's got to be another name for it because, like, it's not like it's sheer. I can see his nipples.
Yeah. I mean, it's a halter.
Okay.
So things will be getting a lot better for our brand. Our new lead rep is activist soccer player and member of the gay community.
I wonder how much this dude deadlifts, because, God, this dude is an absolute brick wall.
Yeah, be like, hey, JP, if you see this, how much do you lift?
Right. Like, bro, can we do a lift off?
Yes!
As a team, we're listening to her for some reason. Rapinoe said at Victoria's Secret, our old approach was patriot.
Does it disturb anyone else that name is disturbingly close to Rape Me Now? Just a thought.
patriarchal, and sexist, saying that we viewed what was sexy through a male's lens and through what men desire. Because Rapinoe's good at soccer, we've learned using a male's lens is obviously not a wise thing to do when our customer base is predominantly heterosexual women who are buying lingerie to be more desirable, because suggesting you have to be a woman to wear women's lingerie, it's a harmful message because it discriminates against women who aren't women. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways.
Turns out, as Victoria's Secret has let the leading goal scorer of... Yep. Turns out we were right. As Victoria's Secret has let the leading goal scorer of feminism steer their ship right into the rocks, we'd like to do our parts in helping spread the fruits of feminism so other people and companies can have similar benefits. To do that, we've got an exclusive interview with the head of feminism, Jeff Zenisek. Jeff, welcome to the show. Now, is it true that you identify as a man?
I do, and I have apologized for that many times in the past, and that's not why I'm here today.
Now, Jeff, given that feminism is all about women, and not that we're admitting on air that we know what a woman is, what makes you as a man qualified to be the leader of feminism?
Because women before did not have strong leadership, but now they have me, a man, to tell them what to do.
Why do you think that is?
They tell stories that kind of take forever. People don't want to listen to it. Their voices are like high and shrill and like kind of grating. But if you have like a bassy, deep voice like a man like me, people are more likely to listen to it. It's more pleasant to hear.
Jeff, what about the naysayers who think you lack the diversity to be a leader in the feminist community?
To that, I will say I am a member of the LGBTQIA plus community in that I am bisexual. I will have sex with women who are straight, and I will also have sex with women who are gay.
Very important.
Oh my god. That is
I love
the definition of bisexual that
I love how he kind of catches them in their own bullshit right there, if you think about it, because
oh my god, that is so great.
Because according to them, you get to define your own sexuality and what that means. And so, yeah, I'll have sex with this kind of women, and I'll have sex with this other kind of women. So I'm bisexual.
Right, exactly. Oh.
I guess that makes me bisexual too, because I will have sex with women who are white, and I will have sex with women who are not white. I'm bisexual.
Goal of feminism.
Feminism is all about teaching women the more they act like men, the more empowered they are because they're women. So as a woman, you have to act more like a man to be more empowered, because being a man is better than being a woman.
Now, for those who want to know, how can women get involved in feminism?
Hit me up in my DMs. I think it's important that we put our best face forward. And by that, I mean for women that are 7s or higher. We might accept 6s if I'm really drunk.
That's great.
You can follow me online, Jeff Zenisek, on any platform. You can also follow the YouTube channel for my podcast, Two Woke Boys.
Jeff, thank you for taking the time to come on the show and explain to all the women out there.
I love it so much. How he's just like, without saying the words, he's saying, I'll make a woman out of you.
Oh my god, what you just said reminds me of that fucking, I think it's in Italy or some other European country. They actually have a guy whose job it is to go to rural towns and fuck the virgins.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. That was actually a job back in the day.
It's like, man, talk about winning the lottery.
Yep. if there was not a large enough population of men in a given town, they would select a dude to be like, okay, so you go and help them populate.
Greatest job ever.
What feminism is about. And while we're on the topic, the feminist community couldn't be more proud to learn that a human with a penis has been nominated to receive the NCAA's Woman of the Year award. Leah Thomas, them there may stand on top of the podium once again above all women. Now, we've inquired with the NCAA about why Leah Thomas was never nominated for their Woman of the Year award while them there was competing in the men's division for all those years. But we've yet to receive a response. We'll keep you posted. Objective truth is stupid, isn't it? Oh, yeah. In Japan, Shinzo Abe has been assassinated, and we have no idea why. That's it for tonight's news. The world is collapsing all around you, and we're doing it to you while you think we're on your side. Thank you for your trust. Good night. Hey, real quick, I want to let you know, over on my new channel, JP Reacts, which is growing exponentially fast, we're accepting new sponsorships. If you've got a company or a product that's freedom-aligned and genuinely benefits people and humanity, you can hit me and my team up to inquire about sponsorship. To apply, email us at sponsorship@awakenwithjp.com. I am proud to thank the sponsor.
Wonder what he would charge for a shout out for the book.
I don't know. I guess you'll just have to email him and find out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, man. JP always coming with the flames, Caitlin.
That's right.
JP always coming with the flames. He's like, I'll just sprinkle a little gasoline and burn it all down.
Like,
because why not?
He's like, here, have some napalm.
He's like, good news, everyone. I have fire.
Wildfire.
It's very burny. Be careful. All right, everyone. This has been Team Adventurous. Catch y'all later. Welcome to the adventure.